if you want to feel more connected and less lonely in your life, there is something crucial that you need to notice within yourself in order for connection with people around you to feel effortless, or you can feel that warmth within yourself of feeling included. The thing is that if you avoid telling it how it is, if you avoid going within yourself and meeting the very part of you that is afraid or avoiding connection, you are unconsciously isolating yourself from the world and the people that you care about. And when this happens, and if you try to connect with people anyways because you crave that connection, it's like you're leaving a part of you behind. And then instead of feeling connected, you feel invisible, which only reinforces this part of you that doesn't feel included to feel even more disconnected and alone. What if it was never about searching for connection out here? And that if you turn your attention to the part of you that craves connection, and you start to meet this part heads on, maybe there's a shaky voice here, for example, or some anxiety arising. And especially if you go out in the world and interact with other people, the thought of exposing this part of yourself that is shaky, for example, feels really threatening and not at all comfortable. But what if this is also the thing that will make you feel connected and included and less alone in your life? The thing is that when we meet what is within us right now and we expose this with the people around us, even if it's uncomfortable, even if we have a shaky voice or a shaky lip or are about to cry, something happens when we let this loose within ourselves and let it be seen. It's called being vulnerable. And the more you dare to be vulnerable, the more you will feel connected and included and less alone in your life. Your vulnerability is what connects you to the world again, to the people that you love, to new friendships, to feeling like you can be yourself in a room full of strangers. And if you haven't practiced being vulnerable and exposing the part of you that is really uncomfortable with being vulnerable, you're basically avoiding deeper connection with other people, and you're missing out on this feeling of feeling at home in another being, even if you don't know them. Because when you are speaking up for yourself and telling it how it is, something happens with the climate in the whole room. You shift the whole climate to becoming more open and warm and welcoming. You affect people in this kind of way. And the other people in the room are probably feeling kind of the same things that you are, to some degree. But they are not just saying it. They are hiding it. Because they are afraid of being vulnerable. And this is a very, very real thing in most people's lives. Where the connection is quite shallow, the conversations are not that deep, and it's on very unimportant topics. But when you invite your vulnerability and you tell it how it is, instead of saying I'm fine, you say that you feel uncomfortable being around people right now. Or that you have had a shitty day and there's just this like relief to allowing yourself to be out of control and let your emotions arise. And this is actually a strength. Because when you allow the emotions to flow, it's like this relief on the other side, especially when you do it in a setting where it feels uncomfortable and other people see you in this. Because what happens is that you put down your armor and you allow yourself to be seen. For real. The very thing that you actually want from the first place. You want to be seen and felt and all that stuff. But you can't when you are leading with a mask. And are hiding behind an armor that prevents you from being yourself. As soon as you meet an edge within yourself, and with an edge I mean, you know, when you suddenly feel like you're starting to close down or something feels a bit unsafe, you don't feel spontaneous and free and like, you know, this kind of emotion. It's something that like closes you down. You can pretend that you are free and open and all that stuff, but that would be to fake it, right? It isn't true spontaneity. It's more that you're playing a role. But when you allow yourself to meet yourself at your own edge, and you're standing at this threshold where it feels unsafe to walk into the unknown through being vulnerable, to saying the thing that is going on within you, with the people around you. Instead, you're standing at this threshold, never really walking over it. And therefore, you will never experience what it is to let someone in on the very thing that you are protecting so hard. which is your self and your vulnerability. Maybe there's shame here. And fear of not being accepted or loved. Or that you look at yourself as a weak person, if you would actually reveal yourself for real. But what if all of this leads to more connection, not less? And that the only thing that prevents you from taking the step is yourself. You need to be brave here. And lead with your vulnerability. And actually meet yourself where you're at. And investigate what it is that you are hiding. And you will always find what you're hiding through just stepping into the room of people that you're afraid to reveal yourself in, and then just name that you feel like you want to hide right now. And I choose to say this out loud because I want to include you in this. And then suddenly you include people in the part of you that wants to hide. And maybe after you have said that, something else opens up. It's like, now I'm actually feeling quite emotional today. I don't really know why. And I want to include you in this as well. You know? Maybe there is some tears coming up. Whatever it is, you are stepping over the edge. And you're being vulnerable. And you are allowing people to see you. And by doing so, you will feel more connected. And it will feel easier to be you. And you will feel less alone. So that was all I had. Have a beautiful day, my friend. Bye.